Hello, and welcome to another episode of This Is Gonna Sound Weird. Hi, I'm Dana Louise. I'm an abductee and an experiencer, and I wrote a memoir finally. I'm coming out of the cosmic closet that I've been hiding in um, to share the events of my life with you. So, I wrote this book, and since the book, a lot of weird things have been happening. For one, a CIA agent. I know, right? CIA agent handed me some receipts, which is a file folder of my dad from 1960 to 2008. And after I saw the date on this file, um, and knowing my background and that I was swapped for alien technology, I began to wonder if my birth was even a part of the program, the hybridization program. I don't know, easy for you to say. Hybrid program, blah, blah, blah. Because my mom didn't want to get pregnant. She didn't want to have a baby. My brother's 14 years older, my sister's 7 years older. And then I came along. She wasn't happy about it. But I have a feeling that they reached out to my dad through his career on one level or another, and I was contracted or I came to be. And I'm saying this because I know that I'm very unusual and unusual things happen around me. So it makes me question, is it because of my contact with aliens or or am I a hybrid? People always say, oh, are you a star seed? I'm like, no, I'm an earthling. I'm an earthworm. I'm not a hybrid. Yeah, I keep trying to be normal. Don't make me be Abby normal something. So yeah, so I'm sitting here thinking maybe I was suspicious birth, suspicious upbringing. But then at one point, I believe my dad kept me out of Montauk. And maybe you know what Montauk is or not. Montauk was a secret program, government program, where they took children and they started to do psychic experiences or experiments with them. You might be familiar with a show called Stranger Things. It's pretty much based on Montauk programming. So I I'm pretty sure that I was lined up to go to Montauk, and then my dad was like, "No, this is too much. I'm done." And they're like, "Well, we're going to ruin your career." And I think he said, "Well, ruin my daughter's life or ruin my career. I choose my daughter's life." And at that point, a lot of mysterious things started to happen to me, um, to bring me to downtown Minneapolis. Um, at my elementary school, they gave us free bus passes. I was in third grade. Third graders, thank God I was almost as tall as I am now. So we would go downtown, and during this time in the 70s, there was a lot of child trafficking and drugs, specifically heroin. And I was being dropped off by these buses smack dab in the middle of it. I almost got whisked away by a gentleman who came into an elevator with my girlfriend. We were standing there. He bounced in at the last, kind of at the last moment. We're sitting there waiting, and I just grabbed her and we jumped out right before the door closed. I do believe that they were trying to set up scenarios where I could be whisked away and considered, oh, she was a runaway or she whatever, which would have been completely fake. So there were all these attempts towards me to whisk me off to Montauk, and thank God I have guides and protection, so that didn't happen. And I'm coming to realize and grasp all of this. So I think at that time is when I started to be taken up by the night ships, which means the super space program. It started at first where I would witness the ships coming in at night. That is so I'm out there. It's like I'm being, you know, enticed, because not long after that I was, the eyes on the ground watching all of this, and then pretty soon after that, I'm on the spaceships and we're doing missions. But throughout my life, it's not just air people, it's land, sea, and air. So I've been on missions and watched things happening at airports, which is land, on the water, which is sea, and then in the air, which is the sky missions. A lot of people say, well, you were probably a super soldier. I know in my heart that's probably true. But for me, unless I have complete receipts or wisdom of this, I won't hang my hat on that. I won't say, yeah, that's who I am. However, I'm very suspicious because of all of the surroundings in my life, like black ops, people who were specialists in the military would come and confess to me the things that happened to them on their military missions. Even my dad did not tell my brother or my sister any of his missions, but he's confessing them to me, and I'm a little girl. So that's what makes me suspicious about the 20 and back, because I feel as if these people knew me as an adult, and then here I am back in my little self, and they're just talking to me as if I'm still a grown up adult. So yeah, I'm kind of dealing with all that. And super soldier, I don't know, but we'll see. And everybody's saying, oh, there's a second book. And I think this is the beginning of the second book, and it has to do with my dad and stemming through that. So thank you so much. And thank you for sticking with me. Please purchase my book. Go to my website, danalouise.com. You can buy me a cup of coffee, and I appreciate it because that cup of coffee helps me get to conferences, because I'm not a paid speaker. I'm not supported in that way. And I am unable to, I don't have the capacity right now to fly around and just talk and get hotel rooms and buy food and rent cars and all that kind of stuff. That's not my bougie life. That's not my bougie life. Yeah, I'm buying Bratz dolls on clearance at Walmart. $5 is like my limit for everything, right? If it's not at a secondhand store, it's always $5. That's the thing. So anyway, thank you. Buy me a cup of coffee. Please support me, especially if I gave you a free book. Hello. And then please also leave me a review on Amazon. Otherwise, they shadow ban you and they tank you and they put you down at like book number 300,000. So your review helps to bring the awareness to the full disclosure movement. So I appreciate it. I'll let you go. Bye-bye.